John D. Rockefeller, the wealthiest man in modern history, lived in a home built for a king. His estate, considered a majestic paradise, was named Kaikot, which is Dutch for overlook. Sitting upon a hill with sprawling gardens, fountains, and sculptures, the estate belonged to the Rockefeller family for generations. But today, this Hudson Valley treasure is a historic site where visitors are welcome. Here's a look.
Kaikot is the home to the Rockefeller family. There were 4 generations of family to have lived in this home, and it was considered the family seat for John Davison Rockefeller Sr. The word Kaikot is an Old Dutch word. It means look out or overlook. It is fitting because we are on the top of a hill. We sit 500 feet above sea level, a perfect area for a beautiful home. The house is done in the classical style, and the gardens are gardens that you might find in an Italian villa. The original building of Kaikot was in 1909 when the family moved in. They redid the facade in 1913 with a pediment right below the roof, reminiscent of the ancient Roman temples. Within that pediment sit 2 large figures, one being Apollo, the god of the arts, and the other being Demeter, the goddess of agriculture. And that was a symbol of unity between nature and culture, something that this estate was meant to embody. There were 2 important architects that we had working on this home, one being Ogden Codman, who was responsible for the interiors of this home. William Wells Bosworth created all the gardens that you would see throughout this estate. The ones that surround the house are much more formal, and the further out you go, the further your eye looks, they become more informal and graduate into the landscape. John D. Rockefeller Jr. was the one who put a lot of classical sculpture on the ground. Oceanus is the largest fountain we have on this estate. It was placed here in 1913. It was fashioned after the Oceanus that you would find in the Boboli Gardens in Florence, Italy. Oceanus being the king of the river gods, commanding the seated figures to pour forth water into the oceans. There are 3 figures there, and they represent the rivers of the Old World, the Ganges, the Euphrates, and the Nile. And the reason it was placed in the east looking to the west is because we are going to link the Hudson River, the river of the New World, to the rivers of the Old World. Nelson Aldrich Rockefeller was the grandson of John D. Rockefeller Sr. He resided here as the 3rd generation of family, and what he gave to this estate was sculpture and art. We have 5 art galleries in the downstairs area of this home filled with modern art. We have more than 70 pieces of outdoor sculpture alone, ranging from Henry Moore to Noguchi. He was passionate about art, a great collector of the arts, and he considered himself an environmental artist, and by that he meant he was going to study the environment, find where the best location for each of his outdoor pieces would be, so that sculpture would enhance nature, and in turn nature would enhance that piece of sculpture. Triangular Surface in Space by the artist Max Bill. It is set at the end of the Rose Pergola. It overlooks the Hudson River, and it is as if it's a telescopic view of the Hudson. The inner garden is flanked by 2 sunken gardens. When Nelson lived here, he had exchanged the sunken gardens and he put in sunken swimming pools, which makes the piece that he put in between the 2 pools perfectly situated. Aristide Maillol's bather putting up her hair looks as if she's going to jump into the water, and when Nelson lived here, she could have. Nelson Rockefeller wanted everybody to enjoy what he had enjoyed throughout his life. So he put in his will that when he passed away, this home would be given to the National Trust for Historic Preservation, along with 87 acres surrounding this estate that would be open to the public, and tours would be given to the public by Historic Hudson Valley.